Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Let's Be Real. I'm your host, Joe Mambu.
And he's your boy Big Sharp.
What's going on, guys? So, this is episode 102. Jesus, we're up to a lot of episodes now, aren't we?
We reach milestones every time we do it, brother. Every time we do it.
I know, man. All right, so this episode is called Kendrick the Sellout. And basically, what it's about is Kendrick Perkins, who is now a analyst, what was it, for ESPN?
hmm
Had some things to say about Kyrie Irving, and his lack of a plan. So basically, what it is, it was in response to Kyrie Irving saying that he kind of want to sit out for like he doesn't want to restart the season, right? Because he feel like there's more prominent issues that's going on. And he feel like the players coming back would be, it would make light of the situation of the social injustice that's going on in America. And Kendrick Perkins felt like doing that is not enough, right? Like, how are you actually going to give back to the community? How are you actually going to be effective? Like, sitting out is not enough, right? There needs to be more to the plan. And Kendrick Perkins felt like Kyrie should have consulted the president of the Players Association, Chris Paul, before he started this this faction of players who want to sit out but not really implement anything behind the sitting out. Like, what does it achieve? What would it accomplish? So obviously, Kyrie Irving is a teammate of one of the most sensitive players in NBA history,
Here we go.
and that is easy money sniper Kevin Durant. So Kevin Durant had, in response to coming to his teammates' aid, uh, had called Kendrick Perkins a sellout. For you guys who don't know, Kendrick Perkins and KD was teammates in 2014. Obviously, the season in which Kevin Durant won MVP. Uh, so Perkins was a little bit hurt by the sellout because he feels like he is fighting uh the war on some front, right? But he just feels like the lack of planning by Kyrie uh doesn't show really leadership. And then, Kyrie, as we know, he's the vice president of the Players
Play
Association.
association.
So I mean, Sherman, how do you feel about that?
I spoke about this last week when I did the solo dolo episode, and I said it, and I said maybe they shouldn't be playing because of it. Because I said COVID and the social unrest were intertwining together.
Yeah.
They're intertwining, and I still stand by it. They're intertwining, and it's leading to a lot of confusion and stuff like that. But on that case alone, I feel Kyrie. I think I think really Kyrie. He was trying to speak from a perspective of like, yo, there's so much issues going on. Maybe we should really fall back and really take a look at what's going on. Because
Yeah.
people were saying the season would be a distraction. Other people are saying, well, hey, you have a platform, you can go out there and tell people, hey, this is what we want to do and how we want to go forward with it. And
Yeah.
it's really conflicting everything. But
Yeah.
that sellout thing really hurt Kendrick Perkins.
Yeah.
That really hurt him because everybody black out there right now is just like we're just trying to like get our voices heard
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
And it's so sad that we have to keep doing this over and over and over and over again to now it's reaching a real boiling point.
Yeah.
It's reaching a real boiling point. And when Kendrick was saying, like, listen, I gotta go out there and take my son out. He was spoke on first take the other day. He's like, I gotta go out there and take my son out there when there's out of 70 players out there for workouts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's only one of two black kids there.
Yeah.
He gotta watch his son to make sure everything's correct,
Yeah.
everything's going right. You know, he said he live in the community. He's the only I think he's the only black.
Yeah, he was talked about how uncomfortable he was in his own community and how he
Right,
has to kind of have his head on a swivel where he lives at,
right,
which
and
is crazy to me.
it's
But
tough. Like like I've always said, all people want to do is sit down and enjoy life. We don't want to go through all this riff and all this stuff, but it happened. It's
yeah,
happening.
yeah,
So you gotta take it for what it is,
Yeah.
and you got to maneuver the best way you can.
Yeah.
But Kendrick, I believe, I think they will resolve it soon enough. Like it's like brothers. It's a KD and him, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I think um um KD's sister is married to Kendrick Perkins. I believe.
Oh, I don't know. I could look that up and
I
see.
believe. I believe, and if that's the case, I'm like,
Let me do some investigative
yeah,
journalism.
please, if you don't mind. But in any case, like he's like, yo, I still love you. You're still my brother.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, because things are going to be said at this height of this social thing going on right now, and
Yeah.
things are going to be said, and I would only hope that these two can reconcile and like get them in a room, sit them down. Kendrick already said they did that one time where they had an issue before. They sat in the hotel room, but
Yeah.
this is more important. This
Yeah.
carries more weight.
It does.
It really carries more weight. So, and to your point, it depends on who you are, it depends on how you feel about it.
Yeah.
You know,
When I
everybody's 50-50 on it.
Yeah, I mean, my take on it is when I first heard that the NBA season was coming back, it's great. But I didn't feel like it was necessary. Like I was like, all right, if the season doesn't come back, it could be a wash, right? Like it's fine. I'm totally okay
Hmm.
with that. And like you said, this bubble in Disney that they'll be playing at, Florida is spiking again, isolating that much players. Imagine if like I said in an episode a while ago, it's like a Rudy Gobert situation when you have that not necessarily the joking around part, but you get that one NBA player that catches it, right? And
Hmm.
then he's been around in that bubble for around everyone. It's just a dangerous situation. I get the need for owners and players who want to get back, on the court for money because the NBA has lost a lot of money. But I don't think it's really worth it. I think it's mostly it's dangerous for the players, and I think if players are talking about being really active in their communities, being on the front line, I think that needs to take
President.
more precedent than playing NBA games. Yes, you can have the games and you can show your support or use your platform, but I think using your platform is one thing, and being on the front lines to discuss everyday issues is another thing. Um, and I think the NBA season should not happen so players can do that, right? You got what? Well, how many players in the league? 80%. I guess that's about
African American.
African American. Like, listen, them doing something in each of their hometowns can be an amazing thing, right?
Amazing thing.
And
You know,
I think that is something that should be happening. The NBA. I love the NBA, but it doesn't mean that much to me as as the other stuff that's going on. So I'm all in favor for. Like I said, I love Kyrie, so I don't think it's biased, but I do agree with Kyrie with sitting out.
let me.
But I also agree with Kendrick saying, listen, you need a plan besides sitting out. So there has to be some type of uh there has to be some type of thing that's going to happen after the sitting down.
And
You
look at what
can't.
Kyrie did. He indirectly sparked a conversation that needed to happen.
Yeah,
He indirectly sparked the conversation.
yeah,
'Cause I don't think they expected it to get up like this. Not like this.
yeah,
So now where it's a conversation every day. You
yeah,
hear it on sports talk, sports news talk, sports talk radio,
yeah,
podcasts everywhere. They didn't expect it, but it's important that it's being done at this juncture.
yeah,
It's very important being done at this juncture because you get to speak, you get to have that conversation. It's a very tough conversation to have, but it's needed. It has to happen because I don't. People should not think like, oh, we're just about sports and that's about it. We about our money and stuff like that.
yeah.
It shouldn't be about that. It's like, are you a human being?
Yeah, and a
Do,
lot
do,
of the times, to your point, a lot of the time people like distractions, right? Like people like the NBA coming back would be one of those things. It's like, all right, well, the world is opening back up, things is looking normal, but I think the problem is that a lot of our a lot of us live our life on cruise control, right? Like there's trauma and stuff that's going on that we kind of just like to put on the back pilot. And how you get better is by dealing with it, right?
You got to deal with
You
it head on.
you can't run from it. Basketball would be a nice escape. I remember when I was going through my things, man. I was at a bunch of basketball games, but what I was really doing was just escaping my problems, right? I
Hmm.
wasn't really I wasn't really solving anything. I was escaping, right, when I was going through my issues, right? So with this whole pandemic, right, I sit down and I'm here and I get to focus and do my due diligence on myself self and do systems check and see what kind of man I could really be. You can't do that if you're distracted. So what I'm saying to that is what it really is, the NBA being back would be great, but it would
Of
take away
course.
from the things that need to be discussed, all the uncomfortable conversations that people need to have. And those conversations need to be had so that things can grow, right? So if you don't
Right.
have those conversations, if you don't have that mediation, there'll never be any change or any growth. It'll just be another year. And
Yeah.
I think we to the point, especially black people, where it's like you don't you don't any longer want to just for it to be another year.
Another
You want
year.
yeah, you want it to be your year. You want to change the status quo, and
and
I think that's
and
important.
and progress into the next level, into the next step of equality altogether. That's what it's
Yeah,
supposed to be about at the end of the day.
yeah.
Now, I know
I,
it sounds crazy saying that type of thing, and those people feel like, "Oh, it'll never happen," but you got to do something.
yeah, but
Something
that's the
has to
thing.
be
It's like,
done.
yeah, yeah. That's the thing though. Just because it may never happen doesn't mean you shouldn't fight for it, right? Because that's the problem
Right.
if you don't do
I hope
anything.
it, and quite frankly, like I'm saying, I hope it does.
Yeah,
I would love for it to, because
yeah,
it'd be a beautiful place for this, for it to get to that type of point, to get to that type of level.
yeah. It definitely would. I mean, I would listen. You got to go against the grain, right?
Hmm.
And you got to sacrifice some things. I know. And I, what I love it, the fact that these players. What I really love is that they're willing to sacrifice, right? Because I don't, they're losing money, right? And I know they'll be like, oh, they make a bunch of money, but you can't never study a man's pocket.
That's right.
You never count his coins. But some of these players are giving up a lot, right, to be out there because it's important, man. Like they just dribble a basketball for a living. You know what I'm
and
saying?
they're putting their lives on the line during a pandemic, and I want to
Yeah,
stress that enough. They're putting their life. They're going out there. They're marching, wearing masks, putting their lives on the line because in worse of a pandemic.
yeah,
That in
yeah,
and of itself says a lot to me.
yeah. It definitely does, man. But I mean, listen, is July 31st still the tentative date?
And if they do not, and here's the thing, this is what Stephen A. was talking about.
Yeah,
If they don't get out there on the 31st, they said the owners can rip up the CBA and they have to start from scratch. So everything they had
mm,
built from the lockouts from
yeah,
in the early 90s and on will be totally wiped out.
yeah.
But at what point it's like you have to take and you have to really think and these players have to think. I can't think. I'm not playing the NBA. They have to think: is this sacrifice worth it? Is ripping up the CBA and killing the whole max contracts and all that stuff? Is it worth? Is it worth it?
Well,
Is
that's
it
the
truly worth it
yeah, that's the
for
thing. I
them?
mean, these players who are making this crazy amount of money, you got to think about the guys who aren't making that money, right? Like,
Right.
yeah. So it affects them more than it does the Damian Lillards or the LeBron James or the Kyrie Irvings. So those guys have to, the guys who aren't those guys, the mid-level exceptions and belower. I don't know,
Below,
belower,
we
below,
know,
but yeah,
below.
but they have to figure that out. But it's an interesting thing. I don't need an NBA season. I don't really care who's holding up the Larry O'Brien trophy. My guy has five, so I don't really care about anybody else. But uh
May you rest in peace.
word, you know what I'm saying? And all right, so the next thing we'll be talking about, all right, is the Mike Tyson biopic portrayed by Jamie Foxx. And the other day, Jamie Foxx had posted a picture somewhere. I don't know, but
I think it's on his Instagram or his Twitter.
yeah, maybe it's Instagram, and like he's just so he's getting ready to play Mike Tyson. Jamie Foxx is 52 years old, and he's going to be playing a young Mike, so that's going to be interesting. He's going to be playing young Mike up until I guess Mike the age now. I think Mike Tyson's 53.
Hmm.
But did you see how swole Jamie Foxx got for that role?
My man said he did 60 push-ups, 60 dips
No,
every
no,
other day.
no. He said 100 push-ups,
100 push-ups. Thank you. 60 dips,
100 push-ups. I think it was 100 push-ups, 100 dips, and then 60 pull-ups.
pull-ups. There you go.
Crazy every other day. So what's he doing on his off days? Or are
You
those his
gotta
off days?
rest.
Are those his off days? I don't
Yeah,
know.
you gotta rest. So you can't do that thing all straight through. Son. I mean, you can if you want to, but you gotta get some rest in between. You can't kill
Uh,
yourself like that, bro.
nah, Jamie Foxx not like my man Quincy, man, who doing 100. You know, Jamie Foxx not like
Yo!
my man Quincy, who doing 100 burpees a day.
Burpees.
Oh man,
Shout
Quincy
out to brother Q out there.
Q, man, doing 100 burpees a day. That is
Shout
interesting.
shout
I
out to the
can't.
shout out
I
to the shout out to the Rip Right crew real quick.
yeah. I can't. I could probably do 30 burpees in 2 hours.
In 2 hours, damn.
Yeah, no, I could get
Stretching
it.
it out like that,
No,
bro.
no, I could get it. I could get it in a little bit more
Come
than
on,
that.
so you can do
But
it at least in 20 minutes, son.
yeah, I mean, I could do burpees, but it's just amazing. I was like, and that's the thing. Like Jamie Foxx at 50, Jamie Foxx at 52. Yo, he's just swole, man. I just hope to look like that when I'm 52. You know what I'm saying? But what do you think about the movie, man? I mean, I know it's gonna be some interesting thing. I want to know who they're gonna cast as Robin Gibbons. You know what I'm saying?
Oh boy. Woo!
Yeah, you know what
Uh,
I'm saying? That's what I'm.
Ooh,
That's what
I'm
I
not
want
throwing
to
no
know.
names out there because I don't know I ain't gonna throw no names out there, but this biopic, listen, Jamie Foxx is uber talented.
He's super talented.
Singer,
Yeah,
actor, comedian. He does
producer.
it all.
He does.
Producer. When he did Ray, I said, "Is this really Ray?" And I really said this. Is he really playing Ray? Is this Ray Charles really, really? Like
Yeah, that was a good one.
the man won an Oscar playing Ray,
Yeah.
and it was so powerful. Like you believed it. You believed he was Ray. And he's
Hmm.
been doing skits about Mike Tyson for years.
Yeah, he has.
It, ever since Jerry Fox came, he's been doing skits about Mike Tyson. So
Yeah,
for me, him doing Mike Tyson is so perfect. He already does the voice. He just had to get his
yeah.
body up
He
and everything
definitely,
like that.
he definitely looked like he's on his way though.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah,
He said by the time they get to start filming, he should be
yeah,
about 230.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And the movie's gonna make him look like he's 250.
yeah. Which is sheesh.
It's
Yeah,
crazy. But
it's crazy.
I really feel like Jamie Foxx is gonna hit a home run with this.
Yeah, I
I
think so
truly
too.
believe it. If he can do this with Ray, Mike Tyson, he's been doing Mike Tyson's voiceover, like I said, for years.
Do you
So
think? Do you think it would be as good as Will's Ali?
listen,
Because I
when
Will did a hell of a job as
job,
yeah, man.
listen, and Jamie Foxx did good when he was Bodini Brown.
Yeah,
He did a hell of a job.
yeah,
I didn't know Bodini was like that.
yeah,
Had that charisma. I didn't know he started the rapping. Really gave Ali his rapping repertoire and all that stuff. I didn't even know that till I watched the movie.
yeah.
But I think Jamie will portray Mike Tyson perfectly.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he's hung up with Mike plenty of times. He's got his essence and everything like that. So I feel like he can do an excellent job at this role.
Yeah.
And I believe, and I'm calling it now, he will be in the running for an Oscar again for
Okay.
this movie. I
Oh,
believe.
okay.
The
All
night
right.
of, the day I saw sorry, but the day when I saw Ray for the first time, I said, "Yo, this man about to win a goddamn Oscar,"
Yeah.
because he did it so real,
He was really good. Yeah. Yeah.
crazy. Go ahead.
All right. So before we go, what is your favorite sports movie of all time?
Jeez, put me on the spot with that one, man.
Yeah,
Really,
man.
not with that one.
Listen.
Favorite sports movie of all time. I hmm. right now, I really would say Ali. I've watched that thing so
Ali, really?
I've watched that thing so many times,
Yeah.
and like watching
Over
him.
the Rockies?
I mean, come on,
The
it's the low.
Rockies were good,
They
man.
were good, yeah, but the Ali, like he really captured Ali
Yeah. Yeah, that
to
was a
me.
really good performance.
Like from the social things that was going on to the infighting, the
Yeah.
stuff with Don King, his
Yeah.
wives, and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Like I really felt like he was Ali. Like damn,
Yeah.
Ali, he was really doing everything and everything. Like
Yeah.
damn,
No, you're right.
it's probably one of my favorite movies to me. What about you?
Shit. I'm gonna go. So I'm a basketball head, right?
Right.
So I'm gonna go with Glory Road.
Oh, for real.
That
All
was
right.
really good, man. I really liked
Okay.
that,
Now,
man.
now, now he got game.
That was good. Don't get me wrong.
Jesus.
Yeah, but Glory Road was really good, man, because that was like a historic move, and around that time, like things were super crazy, right? So to start 5 black players, and they just killing the game, 23-1 of the season was ridiculous, man. Just to go on to win the national championship was dope. So I can imagine the animosity they had to depict and deal with for that movie. So it was great. It was great. But guys, I want to thank you again for tuning to another episode of Let's Be Real.
One more thing. One more thing before we go.
Yeah.
As people have just seen, for the wrestling fans out there, the Undertaker has officially retired from the business after 30
Damn.
years of giving his heart and his soul and being in character for 30 goddamn years. He
Right?
is calling it a career.
Yeah.
I wrote something on the blog. It's from April 6th. Please
Hmm.
check it out if you can. And to the Undertaker, I thank you for everything you've done for this business. For a fan like me watching as a kid till now, I thank you for everything. Thank you so much, Dead Man. Go ahead, sir.
All right, man. So if you have any questions and comments, make sure to hit us up on lbrstalk@gmail.com. You can hit us up on. Make sure to check the Facebook sports blog post where Quincy and Big Sherm do a good job of posting content in between episodes. Make sure to hit us up on YouTube for this episode later, or all our episodes at Let's Be Real Sportscast. Just type that in, and
Spotify, iTunes, subscribe.
yeah,
So
and we'll
give us 1 star, give us 5 stars, give us something though, please. Your support
word.
is needed.
Yeah, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Please.
And
Beg it
that's
like Keith
another
Sweat.
episode. That's another episode in the bag. And happy Father's Day, guys.
Happy Father's Day to my pops.
Make sure that plate is on point today.
Grateful. Big piece of chicken. Big piece of chicken.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.